It has been a mammoth task for most health workers who went beyond the call of duty to serve. Some have lost their lives in the process, though this has not deterred others from living up to the spirit and legacy of Florence Nightingale, the recognized founder of modern nursing, who was dubbed the Lady with the Lamp. Many were called to volunteer from different health facilities at venues identified as COVID-19 centers, including at the Robert Mugabe State Clinic. The center was an eyesore at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, though handling ever-increasing queues of patients was something they could not run from.
For healthcare workers, from let's say doctors, nurses, cleaners, everyone that is in contact with patients, it's also a challenge because you fear not only for the life of people that you are treating, but your own life. You have to be close to those patients. That social distance is not there anymore.
But it's just that I'm a nurse. It's my calling. I was not forced, but then I just realized I have to do it. If I don't do it, who will do it? So I just decided, no, let me come. It's my work. I have promised that I'll serve the nation.
Hazmat suits have become a regular sight at funerals of loved ones lost to COVID-19. Where families were restricted from attending funerals, they mainly remained close, mourning with their families. They have proved their worth, even when emotionally drained and tired. At mortuaries, they searched for bodies and arranged them for families to identify through a glass view, another painful process for families, barred from properly saying goodbye to their loved ones.
It was emotionally draining because the job was kind of like hectic, more especially at that time when the third wave came and hit us very hard. We did not rest. We were driving all the day, the whole night. Yeah, at some point you might think that you want to quit because it was not easy, more especially to see people dying every day. But at some point you come and realize that no, you are here to save the nation and the families. So I was left with no choice but to proceed.
The whole process was very emotional, and it was very touchy to go bury someone's family while they are distant far from the beloved ones. It was very touchy and was very, very emotional to us. Because when the families come here, they are deceased persons. The way they are crying, we were also crying together because it was very emotional.
In the months of May, June and July, COVID-19 deaths multiplied, and frontline workers showed our news crew how body bags were piling on the mortuary floors for lack of space. The health ministry and the business community acted swiftly to redress that.
The idea of seeing someone crying every day or having to go through that pain of losing someone every day, and also the fact that it was so bad in June, I think that was the peak of COVID, the third wave. It was a bit scary because you never know. At some point you could meet someone, because we would get so many bodies, every single day. We could even get like 14 bodies in one night.
Given their performance under pressure, Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi Shangula cautioned anyone claiming health workers only perform to their level of pay that this is a heartbreaking conclusion. Dr. Kalumbi Shangula says frontline workers, especially health workers, went beyond their duty call with no additional compensation.
They are performing beyond the call of duty. If somebody is saying because they are being paid, that person is being misguided, to say the least, of all mischievous even. Because I can tell you there are so many. I told you that in order to compile the daily report, they are waking up to midnight. They are not being paid overtime. They treat everybody, even those who are coming almost dying. They treat them at the expense of themselves getting infected. I want to tell you guys that you are doing a tremendous job. I want to tell you guys that your commitment has not gone unrecognized. We know the pain you are going through. We also know the anxiety your family members are going through.
As Namibia celebrates Heroes Day, we celebrate all frontline workers who took up the call to serve the nation in the midst of uncertainty.
Happy Heroes Days to everyone. God bless us.
Selima Henok, NBC News, Windhoek.